October 1492, Christopher Columbus discovers the Americas. It is his moment of triumph, winning his place in history. But Columbus's story doesn't end here. Unknown to most people, he will cross the Atlantic another 3 times and risk everything: his fortune, his reputation, even his sanity. And it is his last voyage that is his greatest gamble. The ultimate incredible journey into the unknown, off the edge of the map. Few know that the man who had discovered the New World ends up ruined, shipwrecked and broken. There was an extraordinary prize at stake, the most valuable prize in the world: the riches of Asia. Pearls, gold, and spices from China, India, and Japan. These were the oil of the age. Europe had a great appetite for them, but had virtually no supplies of its own, so trading them could make fortunes. Until now, the only way for Europeans to get these luxuries was to travel eastwards overland, through the Middle East, Persia, and Afghanistan. It was a slow and perilous journey. Now the race was on to find a faster route. The Portuguese, a great seafaring nation, were starting to explore a route that went round the south of Africa. But Columbus proposed what he thought was a much shorter, quicker journey, sailing in the opposite direction, west across the ocean sea, all the way to China.
Columbus's one truly brilliant idea of his life was the idea that he could reach China by sailing west from Europe. This idea, his so-called enterprise of the Indies, meant that there would be a westward passage from Spain west across the ocean to China, and a cheap, easy way to return trade goods from China to Europe. Columbus thought that the distance from Spain westward to Japan was probably only 2,000 or 3,000 miles. The actual distance is about 12,000 miles. He was off by a factor of 4 or 5. He wasn't even close.
On his first voyage, Columbus took 3 ships. His flagship was the Santa Maria, a slow, old-fashioned merchant ship. But his favorite was the Nina, the latest modern design. Called a caravel, this type of ship launched a new era of exploration. They suited the job perfectly. They were small, only just over 70 feet long, shorter than a tennis court. They were only about 20 feet wide, only able to carry about 50 tons of cargo. But a caravel was light and nimble enough to ride the great waves of the Atlantic, whilst also being strong, fast, and maneuverable. It had a very shallow draft, so it could sail in just 7 feet of water, making it perfect to explore unknown harbors. But above all, the caravel was fast.
Prior to Columbus's first voyage, it is likely that no European sailor in history had spent more than probably 7 or 10 days out of sight of land. Columbus increased that amount by 3 or 4 times at one stroke. It was an incredibly brave act, and it could only have been done by a man who was totally obsessed with the idea of reaching an important goal.